Hey guys, welcome in. It is Monday Night Motivation. If you do not know who I am Pamela, aka Scooterrenee. I'm your host for tonight's Monday Motivation, as I am for all Monday Motivation. So welcome in. Make sure you do all the YouTube things. Make sure you subscribe. Yes, most important thing. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure you ring the bell for all notifications so you know when I go live or upload new content. And a thumbs up on your way in, on your way out, in between. It doesn't matter. Just do it for me. That's all I ask. So hope everybody has had an awesome weekend. And hope you don't know if all y'all got to participate in today's eclipse event, but if you did, how freaking awesome was that? That was so cool. So welcome in anybody that is new. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. Come in and say hello. I also do auctions on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, sometimes on Saturday nights. But April has been super busy for me, so those have not been happening on Saturday nights. But I also do those as well. I have a drop form, but normally I just drop that at the auction. So if you decide that you would like to come to an auction, just come tomorrow night, fill out the drop form, and you'll be set. But if you are new to my channel, welcome in. I hope you will continue to come back to many more Monday Night Motivations. So all you OGs, you know how you are. I hope you all have had an awesome weekend, like I said. And if you are the playback crew, welcome in. I am so glad to have you. Just goes to show you don't have to catch this live. But again, it is so much fun, so much more interesting and into it because you're here live with me in the moment with the chat and everybody. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's see who all is in chat. I see some of you are answering the question that I asked about the eclipse. First in was KK. Hello, KK. Welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. And then we have Stephanie here. Hey, Stephanie. Welcome in. Good to see you. Y'all, she sent me a picture of her in her unicorn costume. It's pretty funny. But, yeah, I told her she just needs Copacs. Just Copacs. Yeah. We got Echo in the house. Welcome in, Echo. Good to see you. And we got baby girl. Hello, Harley. Welcome in, my sweetheart. We got Joanne in the house. Oh, back up real quick. Ellie Belly, if you're awake, Gigi loves you. You're about to become famous, girl. At the end of tonight, everybody's going to get to see you again. But now talking. We got Joanne in the house. Hey, Joanne. Welcome in. Good to see you. Stephanie said we watched it but had moronic neighbors shooting guns during it, right? It was really cool here. We were out in our backyard. Our next door neighbor was out in their yard. And then our corner neighbor was out in their yard as well. And when it happened, when everything went dark, you can hear everybody all around. I don't know if there was people down at the ball field or not, but you just hear shouting because everybody was so into it, and then all of a sudden you heard fireworks go off. So it was super cool. We really loved it. I don't remember ever experiencing a total eclipse. Maybe I did when I was little. I don't recall. I don't know if we've ever been in a path of one, so maybe that's why I haven't. I don't remember anything like this ever. So let's see. Lisa D says she watched online, didn't have glasses to see it safely. It was cool though, because you could take them off whenever the eclipse was actually when it was covered. The sun was covered because then you couldn't see it with your glasses. So you had to take them off in order to actually see it. So it was super cool, Lisa. Yay, Joanne got to watch it. Stephanie says she made a video but need to edit it because you can hear me cuss and yell at the neighbors. Yes. Y'all should see me with my shorts sometimes. I might do 5 outtakes because especially if I'm, at the roundabout, obviously, I'll say a few words and I'm like, nope, can't say that. All right. Everybody else saying hello. Stephanie said, worst thing is there were kids out all over, and when they started shooting, the kids were terrified. I bet. Right? Yes. Yes, got to see the planets to the side of the eclipse too. Yes, it was so cool. I mean, I'm assuming that was the star that I thought was a star. Was that a planet? I posted pictures just like hundreds and maybe millions of people did on Facebook. So Robert took pictures. He's like, "Here, you're the one that likes to post these things," and so I did. Yes, it's my memory, and I want to remember it. Like, what did we ever do without Facebook? Because that's where our memories are kept, right? Lisa D was in the pet, right? Yeah, there's people that traveled here, but I figured out it was people like we did not have the amount of people here that they thought we would have, which I knew that was going to happen because it's like, okay, it's only 3 minutes, you know. But I figured out it's probably the outlying areas of what was the total eclipse part, total totality is what they call it, that you had to travel in. So I think people at Northwest Arkansas area had to travel into like Russellville area, and people from Memphis had to travel in or somewhere like to Jonesboro or something like that. So I think that was the big thing. And so therefore we did not get the traffic like we thought we were going to get, which I was so thankful for. I don't ever want to have to deal with that kind of craziness. So, but um, we had a very busy weekend at the flea market. I was up there all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And then today I was like, home watching it with my man. And so, but we had people that travel in from Kansas, uh, one other different state. We had some Louisiana, and they all said that's why they were here. They were here for the total eclipse. And I was just like, that is crazy to me. I don't know if I would travel for it. Maybe I would. I don't know. Because that was probably the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, it's like, wow, God, you created this. This is incredible. You know, it's like, what other amazing things do you have in store for us? So, hey, Tammy, welcome in. Good to see you. Germany too. I didn't know we had anybody from Germany. Wow. All right. So if you did not get to be a part of it, go on Facebook, Google it. It was just incredible. It was the most amazing thing. I can't say enough about it. So tonight's topic is on it's so easy once you figure out it isn't hard. And I think this chapter, as far as my research went, is one of my absolute favorite ones. It's also part 4 of the book that we've been reading from. Again, I have it tagged down at the bottom in my description. So if you want to buy it, you can find it easily by clicking on that link. But it's You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. So that's what the book's like. She's got 2 other books, but this is one that we're covering. But it is part 4 in the book. And so these next few topics we'll be discussing is going to be coming from this part, which is titled How to Get Over Your BS Already. And so if you'll remember, we talked about the BS, and BS is not what you think it normally is for. It is really the big snooze. And so we're going to dive into that here in a second. But I wanted to remind you that I will be here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central for a live auction. That is going to be my last auction until we get back from our trip. So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, that's going to be the last auction for me. I am going to be dropping Buy It Now videos, as I told you, on Wednesday, Thursday, and then next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So 5 Buy It Now videos are going to be coming at you. So want to make sure I remind you guys of that. So you only see me live if Robert and I decide to go live before we get back from our trip. Otherwise, I do plan to do a short here and there while we're on our trip. And of course, I'll be dropping pictures and maybe videos for you guys the day I get to hold the sloth, because that's the whole point while we're going. So, and then maybe along the trip, I'll drop some pictures and stuff as well. Another thing is, if you're not friends with me on Facebook, go to Facebook, look up Pamela Floyd or Scooterrenee, whichever one you want to post more to Pamela Floyd, though. look me up, send me a friend request, and then that way you can follow along as well. So, because that is where I will be posting almost everything from Tripwise for sure. So, unless I decide to do something on YouTube. Secondly, I'm here to tell you guys that, and this was just something that came on me as I was thinking about tonight's topic and everything. And nothing has been said to me, nothing's been emailed to me, nothing has been brought to my attention or nothing. It's just I was doing this research for tonight's topic and everything, and it just was laid on my heart to share with you guys that about these topics from this book and tonight's topic especially. I never want any of you guys ever to feel like I have it all together, because I am the first one here and I'll be the last one here to tell you that I don't have it all together. I do not have it all together. But I never want y'all to feel like I do. I'm right here with you guys where you are, and I am trying and putting into practice what I read, what I tell you guys, so it reiterates it to me. I do know that we all come from different walks of life. I know we all have our own story to be told as well. I just never want someone to come into one of my Monday motivation shows thinking that she's got it all together. What does she know? Or think what makes her think she knows what she's talking about, or she could never understand where I'm at in my path. And no one has said anything to me. No one has come to me about this or anything, but I just felt like it needed to be said as these topics go on. I mean, we're on episode number 79. I mean, I just don't ever want someone to come in later and go, that's all bull monarchy or whatever. I just want people to know that I'm walking my story as well as you are, and we all have different paths that we're on and stuff. I just want people to know that just because my story doesn't look like your story, it's not supposed to. And so I am teaching myself as I am teaching you guys. So, I don't know what path you're on. I don't know your story, but I do know the path that I am on, and I do know my story. So I just felt like that was something that I needed to share with you guys just as we go further along in this adventure on Monday Motivation, because I never thought that we would be here at the 79th episode. Never thought it would happen. I just thought people are just going to be like, whatever, after the first, second, third, whatever. Oh, got you, Sam. I was like, I was already friends with you, but okay, I got you. But my hope that in sharing these topics with you guys, that it resonates with someone, it helps someone, it brings someone hope and joy when they might be or feel like they're in just total darkness right now. That it wakes someone up, that they can change their life story, and that they can be in control of their life. As much as I am talking to you guys and maybe teaching or reaching you guys, I am also talking to myself. I am teaching myself as well. Again, no one has said anything, I promise you, but I never know when we might have lurkers or people afraid to come in and say something. I never want them to never feel like this isn't a place for them. I want everybody to feel like they have a place here. And because each and every one of you on the other side of the screen, no matter if you've been to all of my Monday motivation nights or have caught one here and one there, or this is your very first one, each of you matter. And this is the space for you, no matter where you are on this path of life. So just something I felt I needed to share with you guys. All right, guys, let's do this thing. All right, so positive spot thought. Reality is merely an illusion. Alibet, is that how you say that word? Is a very persistent one, said by Albert Einstein. There's Selena. Hey, Selena, I was waiting on you, girlfriend. Welcome. When things go right, it's hard to figure out why, but when things go wrong, it's really easy. You are the author of your own story. If you don't like where this chapter is going, it's okay to start a new one. We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. Those were all quotes that I found, one from the book, and then I Googled some, and those were ones that resonated with me. So I hope one of those really touched you as well. So it's so easy once you figure out it isn't hard. Sounds so easy, right? But for many of us, it's still hard. And why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we do this? Well, tonight we are going to see why, and we're going to have some helpful tips at the end and examples as well. And like I said earlier, I've got a cute little teaser video, not teaser video, but a cute little video of Elle to show you guys. I believe it makes a true statement of what I'm trying to tell you guys. So KK said, I stayed inside my house. I was afraid it would melt me. So I put on Facebook, but I haven't told you guys, went right before it went dark. Like we were watching as the moon got more and more over the sun. I grabbed Robert's hand. I looked at him and I said, if anything is to happen, I love you. I was just like, I just, nobody ever knows when God is coming, when the Lord is coming. We never know. So it's like, if it's going to be that moment, I want to tell him one more time how much I loved him. So, yeah, isn't that funny what we do to ourselves? Anyways. Oh, I'm sorry, Selena. She had rain there. It didn't get dark. We're getting rain tonight. So, funny how we didn't get it, but you got, I'll never understand weather. So, in the book, she starts out talking about how a bird flew into her apartment. So if you have this book right here, go to chapter 17. This is where I'm taking it all from tonight. No, Selena, none. No, none. Nothing like we thought it was going to be. Nope. But anyways, the author's talking about how this bird flew into her apartment one day. And it was because she had her doors open. She had the fresh air coming in and everything. But this bird, it caused so much havoc in her home. It was flying around, feathers everywhere, poop everywhere. He was flying into things like lamps and stuff and just knocking things over, just panic all over the place. And the bird would see a window and he was trying to escape and he kept slamming into the window. I work in a 5-story building at my job, and our windows look like mirrors on the outside. And I can't tell you since 2017 how many poor birds have flown into those windows, and unfortunately, most have not survived. Casey, welcome in. But, I mean, it's just sad. You're walking into work and there's a bird there on the ground. But anyways, the author goes on to say that eventually she's able to guide him back out towards the open door and he escapes, So she imagined, hey, Josie, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you had a great sale, my friend. So as she imagined the scene after the bird left, she wondered how that bird must have felt as it kept slamming against the window trying to get out. And she can only imagine what the bird was thinking. I can see the sky. It's right there. If I fly hard and fast enough, I know I can reach it. That's what the bird must have been thinking, right? So, but how many people do you know, and maybe it's been you, but how many of us have been able to see what it was that we wanted and then nearly killed ourselves trying to achieve what it was that we wanted in a way that it just wasn't working? We were just like that bird. We were just slamming into that window over and over again, not realizing that there's a door right there wide open for us to just fly on out and reach our dream or goals, whatever it is that we have. So that, I don't know about you guys, but I know I've done that. I have done that, and it's like, duh, you dodo bird. That wasn't how you're supposed to have done it. Selena says, me, right? And the simple thing for us to do when we are going after something and we can see the end result would be just to stop. Just stop. Harley says me. Thank you guys for participating. But we would just stop and we would just get quiet for a moment. And then after that moment, if we look at things differently, because if we did, then we might notice the door that was open to what we want is being, I get ahead of myself, that we would notice that the door that's being held open for us to be able to fly through. Like, if we could just quiet ourselves for a moment, not just get so far in advance in our thoughts and everything. But you see, the problem is we also create drama for ourselves. We create so much of it. We get so caught up in what we don't have. We get caught up in our stories. I don't have the money. I'm not good enough. I can't quit my job. Me. I'm lazy. I have an ugly face. On and on throughout our entire life. And we have our heads down. You know what I mean? You're just walking alone. You got your head down. And most of us, we're just clinging to the false beliefs that we believed all our lives, like it's like this. It's doo-doo, people. It is doo-doo. Just like the bird that was in the apartment that was spreading its poop everywhere. It is doo-doo. When we do all that, we are actually keeping ourselves from seeing all of the possibilities and all of the opportunities that surround us every single moment of our lives. Casey says me, yes. How many of us have lived, here's a real question, how many of us have lived in the same town for many years, maybe all of our lives, and we're driving along one day, we're going down the exact same streets that we normally go down, and we're driving those streets day in and day out until one day we just notice a house. Or maybe it was a mailbox. I love that is doo-doo. Yes, Selena. Well, Stephanie, we're going to change that. Yeah. But you're driving along and there's just something different. But it was like, ta-da! Here I am. And you never noticed it before and you think it's something new until you either talk to the owner or you talk to a friend of yours that you pointed out to, or maybe it was your husband, your spouse, maybe your kids, whatever. And they all say, oh, that thing or that place, that's been there for years. You never noticed it? How many of us have done that we just gone through life day in, day out on those streets, and we have never noticed that funky looking mailbox in front of Mr. Joe's house? Like, how many of us can relate to that? Right, Joanne? Yes. Casey? Yes. We've all done it. And in the book, it talks about how all of this stuff, it didn't suddenly just appear like we think. Right, Harley? It didn't just suddenly appear and then you noticed it. It was there all along. What? No. I know, right? Right, Selena? Yes. But it was there all along. You just weren't experiencing it because your focus was directed somewhere else. What? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, that is so very true. Yes. I was more focused on trying to get to work or trying to get to the store or trying to get dinner, whatever it may be, that I just never stopped and noticed Mr. Joe's funky mailbox in front of his house. I don't know who Mr. Joe is, and I haven't seen a funky mailbox here lately, but hey, it works. So, Jimmy Mac, when are you coming back? Hey, buddy, good to see you. So it's all because you just weren't experiencing it because your focus was directed somewhere else. Okay, now I want y'all to do an exercise with me. Y'all know how I like y'all to participate in chat. Y'all been doing fabulous tonight, so thank you. I want you to all participate in this exercise, and only you know if you're actually doing it truthfully. But I want you to start typing. Now, hold up. I want you to start typing as soon as I tell you what we're doing. I want you to start typing in chat if you want to, or at least start counting. Right where you're sitting, no matter if it's in your bedroom, living room, your car, you're at the office, wherever you are, I want you to look around and I want you to start to count or start typing in chat the number of things that you see that are red. Look around wherever you're at. I want you to look and see what you see that is red. And either type it in chat or just count how many things you see. And I want you to put your number in chat, however you want to do it. But I want you to go ahead and look and let me know how many things you come up with, or just start listing them. And how many things do you see that is red? Ready? Go. How many things do you see is red right now? I know for me, I got red in an Aerosmith picture there. I got red right there in that Aerosmith picture. That one there. There's some red over in this artwork. Red on a postcard that's right here on my whiteboard. I got red over on the other side in these pictures and everything. Maybe my dining room could be considered with some red. I think it's more terracotta. There's red behind me. There's a red ribbon on a sloth over there. All right. We got Echo saying 4. Harley says 3, but it's dark because I'm rocking L. Lisa D says 8. Selena says 40. Holy cow. Jimmy Mack says cereal box, bowl, another bowl. Josie says left seat, picture, quilt. Hey, Roxanne, welcome in. Good to see you. Roxanne says 11. Jimmy said a Santa Claus dish. I think you mean Santa Claus dish, right? Casey says 50. Holy cow. Joanne says 11. Selena says, I'm in my kitchen. A lot of knickknacks. That's very true. Yes. Oh, Stephanie, someone bought your fairy lamp this weekend. The one with the mushroom shape. It was so cute. All right. So thank you guys for participating. Now, I'm going to depend on you now to be truthfully here, okay? Awesome. One more chance to be truthful here. Okay, guys, I want you now just to look at the screen, at your phone, whatever you're on. Just look at me. Don't look at anything else around you. Nothing else exists. We found all the things that were red, and you all did a great job, a fabulous job. I'm in my living room. So I want you to keep your eyes on me. Concentrate on me, okay? I'm not going to hypnotize you or anything like that. Just concentrate on me. Concentrate on the screen. Now I want you to think of everything that was green. Without cheating and looking, I want you to think of everything that you saw that was green. There was probably a lot of things that were green, but guess what? You didn't see it because you were just looking for red, right? So this was just an example of what we're not noticing that we can't actually see. So see, like now I see, oh, there's a green book there. There's green up there in that rose picture thing that from Beauty and the Beast that my oldest daughter painted for me. You know, Stephanie says 1, Joanne says 1, Jimmy says 2. Y'all can think of these without looking, right? Well, just because it's your favorite color, Selena, doesn't mean you noticed it. Roxanne says 2. But look at the numbers even. Like the numbers are even less. Selena, you cheated. The numbers are even less than what, even if Selena didn't cheat, or less than what y'all came up with a while ago, right? Because we weren't noticing it. We weren't looking for the color green. We were looking for the color red, right? So again, if you ever want to put that to test of what you're paying attention to, all you got to do is do that. Good, Stephanie. You weren't supposed to see much of anything else. So awesome. There was, again, like I said, there was probably a lot of green that you didn't see because you were looking for red. But again, that was just an example of we're not noticing, of what we're not noticing that we can actually see. In front of your sink. Casey says she's going to say probably 5. Right, Josie? So that's why I said she cheated. Anyways. What you choose to focus on, here's the point, guys. What you choose to focus on becomes your reality. Some of you might not even realize you have that much red in your house, right? Or realize that you don't have enough of green, whatever. But what you choose to focus on becomes your reality. Lisa D said, I remember too, it's like 15 when I look, right? Yes. And Selena, you were supposed to be looking at your sink. You're supposed to be looking at me. I know it's on your sink. I get it. There are so many things that play into noticing things that involve emotions. It involves thoughts, beliefs, interpretation, sounds, dreams, opportunities, smells, points of view, ways to feel good, responses, non-responses, then things to say and ways to help. Like, good grief, things are just coming at us so much when we're trying to see or focus on what we want to focus on. There you go, Jimmy. Selena said it's not funny if you cheat. I was more shocked at the red in the kitchen. That's what I'm saying. Like, you probably didn't even realize how much you had. Yes. Casey said, wow, now that I just looked, 12, right? Yes. So y'all got it. So there's so much that can play into this as well, guys. So the problem is we're so set in our ways and we're so committed to our stories that about who we are and what our reality looks like. And guess what? You've only begun to scratch the surface of all that's available to you at every single moment. You've only started scratching the surface because now you have more red. We're surrounded constantly in countless awesome versions of reality. It's like us being shy girls, or maybe you were the shy boy. If I have any more men besides Jimmy in here, maybe you were the shy boy and we're just waiting to be talked to, or maybe at a dance we're just waiting to be asked if we want to dance. William Blake, a poet, I can't even talk now, a poet said, if the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear to man as it is, infinite. If that's the case, why not create something that's totally awesome then? Right? If you chose to get over your stories of why you couldn't do something, you could literally create any reality that you wanted. Any reality. Y'all are cracking me up in chat. The author in the book says that when she decides to go with whatever new excuse that she has of why she can't do something, or decides to throw an elaborate pity party for herself, she thinks of Ray Charles. And I thought this was an eye-opener for me. No pun intended. That really just sounded bad. I am so sorry. But I mean, think about it. Think about it. He was broke. He was blind. He was a black man who was orphaned by the age of 15. And he was raised in the color part of town. In a time that slavery wasn't all that distant of a memory, and he went on to become one of the most influential and most successful American musicians. But guess what? Guess what, guys? He wasted no time on excuses. Yes, he has struggles and came from struggles, but he decided he was more than that. He had value. He had worth. And he wanted to share that through his music. Maybe you use that the next time you feel sorry for yourself, or maybe it's someone else or something different that you can think of. But if you use something like that the next time, you're just going to be like, really? Scooter, that's all you got? That's what I would say. Well, I'll probably say Pamela. Really, Pamela? That's all you got? You're going to let that stop you? Amen, right, Selena? He rose above the circumstances that was dealt him when he was born. Yes. I just thought that was so powerful. So again, maybe it's not Ray Charles you think of. Maybe it's somebody else, someone else that you know that's had it less than you or whatever, or you thought had less than you. Let's put it that way, because we don't ever want to doubt somebody just because of what's going on in their life. But maybe use that the next time to remind you of how good you have it, or you've seen them work so hard. You're really going to let this one little minor, minuscule thing stop you from achieving your dream, your goals? Really? Make a choice to let go of everything that's not serving you. Life is an illusion created by your perception, so change your perception. There you go, Selena. Think of your nanny. Yes. Change your perception. If something's not serving you, change it. Our entire experience on this planet is determined by how we choose to perceive our reality. I know some of you on the other side, or maybe you're watching this later, I don't know, but you're thinking, really, Scooter? Is that simple? Here I've been banging my head against the glass wall like that bird of my own self-created ho-hummery. Don't flake out on me now. You know, I'm telling you guys this. Don't flake out on me, or say it's just not that simple, or get in a bad mood with me and being like, whatever, peace out, Scooter. Or get, someone else. But where you are at in life and where you have been, where I've been in life, all this stumbling around that you and I are both doing through this thing called life, along the path of life, it all has value, though. It all has value. It's all been valuable to us. It has allowed us to grow, learn, and evolve. The old saying of rough seas make better sailors. Yes? But guess what, guys? You get to choose how long you want to stay on whatever journey you're on, working on the same issue over and over and over, beating your head against that glass wall. You get to choose how long you want to be there. All you have to do is move on from those issues that you just keep working on and on and on, and decide to let go of your present story and rewrite your new story. Write the story that is really you. There you go, Selena. Yes, you're getting it. There is so much out there for you guys to learn on how to do this. But if you want to commit to releasing your attachment to mediocre thoughts, and experiences, trust that God loves the crap out of you. Trust that He just loves the crap out of you and wants nothing but the best for you. Kick fear in the face hard and hold your head high as you bravely head into the unknown and open yourself up to learn. And I got some tips for you as well. And there are 7 tips. 7 tips. Number 1, become aware of what your stories are. They're called stories because that's exactly what they are. They're not the truth. They're stories. Remember in positive quote, I said you are the author of your own life. You don't like how the story is going? Rip the page out. Rip it out and rewrite it. Hey, Sue, welcome in. Good to see you. But tear that page out and rewrite your story. No one else is the author, not your parents, not your siblings, not society, not your spouse or your partner, not your friends, nor the bullies you might have had in school. They are not the author of your story. You are. And before you let those stories go, you must get clear on what those stories are. Casey said, we're the only one that can change those things. No one is going to do it for us. Yes. Josie says she could write a large book on life, on her life. Listen to what you are saying to yourself and what you think about yourself. That's the big one. What you think about yourself. And start busting yourself out in those lies. Scooter, no, you said that wrong. Or Scooter, no, you thought that wrong. This is what you need to be thinking. This is what you need to be saying to yourself. Selena said, I just hope one thing like the song, if I leave here tomorrow, will you still remember me? Hope that somebody still remembers me when I'm gone. If that happens, I did something like, right? Yes. Yes. I don't know how many of y'all are into wrestling. Robert is definitely into wrestling. I've been into wrestling. But we are watching a documentary of Bray Wyatt's life. He was a wrestler, and he passed away last year. And it's like, I want to know, or not know, I want people to always know that I had an interest in them, no matter where they were at in life. That's what I want to leave behind. I want people to know that I cared about their story, that I cared about what was going on in their lives. Again, I don't care where you're at. I'm not going to judge you or anything. I just love people, and I love to hear people's stories as well. But anyways, so far we haven't finished it, and it's just been very touching. But again, listen to what you're saying and telling yourself and bust yourself out in those lies. You see, the problem is we have to listen to this broken record or records, however many you might have, about ourselves over and over and over, that we don't even realize that it's broken records anymore. We don't even notice that they exist. Just like what I was telling y'all earlier about the mailbox or the house that's there or whatever it may be. We don't even notice that they exist. And we might not even notice that they're not even real anymore. Yet we will fight to prove our point and give it all of our everything that we have in us to uphold these non-truths that we think we are. You want to listen to the sentences that begin with, I always, I never, I can't, I should, I suck at, I wish, I won't, instead of I will, I am. I don't have, one day, I'm trying to. And here are some different stories I want you to hear. I'm going to read a little bit from the book tonight because I think these will make more sense instead of me trying to tell you. So Sad Sack Jane, the lawyer, says she should keep her miserable job at this prestigious firm because she'll never find one that she likes that pays as well. Really? Is that why nobody on earth anywhere is doing a job that they love and making even more money than you make, Jane? Lonely-hearted Sally always says she can't find a good single man because there aren't any left out there. Really, Sally? All the good single men were hunted down and killed, so no matter how many dates you go on or how many times you put on a sexy high heels and hang around at Home Depot, that's funny to me, you'll never bump into one? Was the awesome guy your friend Deb just met the lone survivor of the Good Guy Massacre? Broke-ass Joe The personal trainer always talks about how he can't make any money and how there are no high-paying clients out there. Really, Joe? Not anywhere? Then how's the other personal trainers? How do they have more high-paying clients than they can handle? And that some even created energy drinks and workout products with their pictures on them and are raking it in on QVC. Let me just make sure. Okay. So now you kind of catch on. These are things that people are saying them to themselves, these false beliefs, and how you can turn it around and say, really? Let's think about this. Everybody says that you're not going to do this. Everybody says you're a pitiful person. I doubt it. Wallace Waddles. Remember, we quoted him a couple or so chapters back, but if you remember, he said to think what you want to think is to think the truth, regardless of appearance. Use the power of thought to change your attitude and change your life. You definitely are not, Selena. No, ma'am. Nope. Pay attention to your favorite like that one, Selena, your self-sabotaging stories. Pay attention by hearing what you think and say over and over again. Start rewriting the story and create the kind of life that you love. Number two, become aware of what you're gaining from your stories. We all know we do things that we know we're going to benefit from, whether it's in a good way or not a good way. In your life, if you got doom and gloom in your life or you're playing the victim card, there's definitely something about it that you're getting off on, and that's why you stay there. And again, in the book, she has perfect story examples, so let me read you those so you understand where I'm going with this. Let's say, for example, that your story is that you're depressed. Chances are pretty good that even though it feels awful, when you feel awful, you don't have to work hard or do the laundry or go to the gym. It also feels very familiar and cozy and comfortable. It gets you attention. People come in and check on you and sometimes bring food. It gives you something to talk about. It allows you to not try too hard or move forward and face possible failure. It lets you drink beer for breakfast. Another funny one. So again, this is where I should have started. Sorry, guys. Let's say your story is that you can't make money. By staying broke, you get to be right. You get to be a victim, which makes you dependent on other people and gets you attention. Other people will offer to pay. Other people will offer to pay. You don't have to take responsibility. You get to give up before you start and avoid possible failure. And if things in your life fall far below the mediocre scale, you get to blame other people and circumstances instead of taking risks to change it because you can't afford to take risks. Wow. Let's say your story is that you stink at relationships. You get your freedom. You don't have to commit and can keep looking for the greener grass on the other side. You don't have to risk getting hurt by being vulnerable. You get to complain about always being single and get sympathy. You get the whole bed to yourself. Never have to compromise and don't have to shave unless it's summer. Some of these things she adds in here just cracks me up. Hey, Cool Ranch, you're not late. Welcome in. There you go, Selena. Yes. But we don't realize that we have perks from perpetuating our stories more. We think it's so much more important than getting the things we really want because it's comforting. It's a familiar territory. Our brains are trying to protect us. It actually tricks us into thinking that what we went through as children or maybe young adulthood, that this is who we are. And yes, it might have been a way that we survived as kids, but it doesn't serve us anymore. Once we identify the false belief, and again, I would love to help you if I can help you uncover some of these. Maybe I might uncover some of my own as well. But then we can start the process of letting them go and replace with new empowered ones that serve us where we are as adults. Number three, get rid of your stories. Once you know what the beast looks like, then you can slay it. Take those I can't lists and turn them into I can. Take those shoulds lists and turn them into I will. Take your I nevers and turn them into I did. Remember, God takes the impossible and turns them into I'm possible. Right? You all have heard that, I'm sure. He takes the impossible and he turns it into I'm possible. So as you go through this process, imagine that childish version of yourself leaving your body and taking that step into the powerful adult that you are. Feel it and get excited about it. Take your power back, ladies. Take your power back. Men, if you're still here, I know Jimmy's here, take your power back. Take that power and use it as fire to ignite your soul and get you excited about life again. Yes, you did, Selena. Now let's real quick go back to the stories I read earlier, and I want to see you how this process works, how you turn it around so you can put it into practice. Let's say that lonely-hearted Sally. Y'all remember lonely-hearted Sally I just read a while ago? She finally got fed up enough to get mighty real with herself and face her issues around relationships. She started getting clear on what her stories are. There you go, Selena. And hers were, I can't meet a man because there aren't any good ones left. I suck at flirting. I never know what to say to men. I'm not attracted to men. Not the good ones anyway. I scare men away. I don't trust men. I don't believe there really is anyone out there for me. So she did that list first, and then she journaled. And in her journaling, she said, by saying there aren't any good men out there, I don't have to take responsibility for why I'm not meeting any. I get to feel victimized and right for staying single. I get to prove how pitiful men are by never being with a good one. My pain of feeling unworthy and my mistrust of men get proven right when I say stay single. I feel like I know what I'm doing and in control by not letting anyone get close to me. I feel free, I feel safe, I feel special because I get attention for breaking the rules. And again, you could journal and that could go on and on and on and on. But she can literally take each one of those things that I mentioned first and replace it with new truth. This is how you do it, guys. For example, when she said, by saying there aren't any good men out there, I don't have to take responsibility for why I'm not meeting any. That becomes, the world is filled with awesome, loving men, and I am fully capable of and so excited to find me a good one. And I'm not going to read all of them. Let's go to that. I get to prove how pitiful men are by never being with a good one. That one would become, I love and trust men and I'm so thrilled to be with an awesome guy who makes me giddy with happiness. But those old stories become her new stories. They become her new truths, the actual truth. So that's just an example to kind of show you guys what you do. You write down your false beliefs, what you think, journal about it, and then you write the new beliefs. And I can give you more information about that. I actually have worksheets that I can help y'all with if you need to. So, but words of affirmation, you guys have never heard me say that before, right? None of y'all have ever heard me say anything about words of affirmation, right? I have to say, I have to say that I'm so proud of Harley and what she's doing as a mother and what she is starting with my 3-year-old granddaughter, Elle. Over the weekend, Harley had her repeat what they say almost daily. She has Elle repeat, I am strong. I am pretty. I am brave. I am smart. Don't think Harley isn't only making a difference in her daughter's life, but she's also making a difference in her own. But to hear a 3-year-old to believe what she is saying, even though she might not quite fully understand the full meaning of each of those words, that is so powerful. So very powerful. And again, I got a video for y'all here in a little bit, so stay tuned. So again, in this point, list off your old stories that you've gotten into habit of thinking and saying. Journal about your false rewards you get when you from those stories. Feel into those false rewards and thank them for their help. Thank them for their help and decide to let them go. Take each false reward and write a new, powerful story to replace it. Repeat this new story or affirmation over and over and over until it becomes your truth. Y'all don't think what Harley is having Elle repeat is not becoming Elle's truth? You better believe it is. That little girl's not going to have to wonder, is she strong? Is she brave? Is she smart? Is she pretty? She's going to know that she is. No one's going to have to tell her. So kudos to you, Harley, for being a mother, teaching your daughter the truth. So repeat those news stories that you tell yourself. Repeat those affirmations over and over until it becomes your truth. And then you're going to behold your awesome new life. I know you do, Selena, and it made me think of that. It so made me think of that. I'm so proud of you, Harley. Beyond words. Number 4, get a move on. Once you are clear on your story and done the work, take action. Take action. Realize that you got into those habits with these things and switch them around. Behave how you want to be and see yourself being. Really sink into the understanding that you have what you want. And this won't work if you're just pretending. You can't say, okay, I'm going out with so-and-so and I'm telling myself I'm going to have a great time, but I know it's going to be hideous because it's always hideous, but I'm going to have a good attitude about it. It's not going to work if you do it that way, guys. And you shouldn't be, Jimmy. I love you just how you are. But going out into the world and trying, yet still deep down believing that you're ruled by your past circumstances, it's like forgiving someone, but still hoping they sit in something wet. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Number 5, get out of your routine. Talk to people you don't know. Wear something you wouldn't normally wear. Go to a new store you don't normally shop in. Change your toothpaste. It's a routine, right? Go to a daytime movie instead of nighttime. Walk taller. Notice 5 awesome things you've never noticed about your home. The color red, or green, or blue, or purple, whatever you want to be. Your belief, your mother, your face, whatever it is. Get yourself out of the same old routine and do something different. You'll be amazed at how the new realities that were there all along suddenly present themselves. Number 6. Hi, Patsy. Love you. Number 6. Sidestep the spiral. We've all been there. The spiral into darkness, where it starts with just one thing that happens, and the next thing you know, there are 20 things. Feel sad, but don't blow it into some huge drama. As I've told Harley and I've told y'all several times, if you feel you need a pity party, party it up. But don't stay there. Feel it. Learn from it. Let it go and get back to focusing on life that you are excited to live. And number 7, love yourself more than you love your drama. And just in case you guys need to see how important affirmations are again, let me show you how important those affirmations are.
Say, I am strong. Say, I am pretty. Say, I am brave. Say, I am smart. Good job.
Like, how adorable is that? I can't get over her. I am strong. You're doing great things, Harley. Great things with her. Right, Selena? So freaking precious. Harley sent that to me. I was like, I'm using that. I mean, can you have it any better than that, guys? Can you? Again, good job, Harley. Good job, Elle. Mama, Gigi. I'm so very proud of you guys. Right? So stinking cute. I didn't realize it was going to show me in the background. How about one more time, guys? One more time. It's too cute.
Say, I am strong. Say, I am pretty. Say, I am brave. Say, I am smart. Good job.
I just love it. I am strong. All right, guys. Sorry, I just had to do that one more time. She usually does her muscles. Yes, strong. Oh, I just love it. I love it so much. So again, guys, tomorrow night, Steadfast Selection Renee is going to be on with me at 8 p.m. Central. She hasn't been on with me in quite some time. So, guys, come and support her and myself. We'll be bringing you anything and everything, as I stated. And then, as a reminder, I will be gone, but there will be buy it now videos. I'm going to have some sort of jewelry for you guys. I'm going to have some purses for you guys. I got some Wade Whimsies I want to show you guys, some trinket boxes, and maybe some other item I'm going to show. And I might switch it all up. You never know. That's just kind of what I got planned in my mind right now. So those will start this Wednesday with one, and then Thursday, and then next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, I have finished invoicing, so if you need your items before, I need you to pay your invoice tonight. So Robert and I are not rushing around here trying to get them out. So if you want your items that you bid on before this week, pay your invoice tonight if you need them. If you don't need them, you're okay with waiting then. And you're okay with waiting. I'm okay with your waiting. Then I will invoice you or remind you again that there's an invoice when we get back, and then we'll ship your items. So again, that will be about 2.5 weeks out before I can ship again. So coming from this point, I will hopefully be back with you guys live for our next Monday motivation. As long as I'm not too tired from traveling, we're planning to get back 2 days before Monday. So at least I should hopefully have a day in there that I've rested and everything. But that will be Monday, April 22nd. That sounds so far away because it's April 8th right now. But April 22nd, and we'll be discussing the drama of overwhelm. We can only imagine where we're going on that, right? Yes, we got to send that to Cool Ranch. No worries, Jimmy. Again, yeah, no worries. Thank you, Casey. All right, guys. Anything else before I let you go? We've actually gone over the hour mark this time. Yay. Anything else before I move on? Again, guys, if you share this out, if you feel like it's touched you, share it out with everybody that you think that could benefit from this. And if you are watching this later, leave me a comment. Let me know how many things you saw that was red, and then how many you saw or thought of later that was what, green, is always I said to you guys. Let me know in comments. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. If there's nothing else, if there's nothing further ado, is that the right word? You guys have a great rest of your night. Have a great week and a half. If I don't see you or hear from you, know that I'll be thinking of each and every one of you. And I'll be dropping those pictures for sure of the sloth. Remember to start making things easy instead of making them Roxanne, can you repeat that? I don't want to get out here before I read your question. What do you do when someone asks you that they've been? Is that ill? Let me know. Let me know. I don't want to let y'all go until I finish that right there. I don't realize how much you talk, you get like thirsty. But someone asks you out. Are you saying that what do you do when someone asks you out? If it feels right, Roxanne, say yes. Talk to him on the phone. Do an email. That's how Robert and I really hit things off, is we were emailing back and forth like crazy and got to know each other that way before we ever went on our first date. No, Cool Ranch, we are not live this Thursday. Tomorrow night's my last auction for the next week and a half. Yep. Oh, gotcha. Roxanne, that might be a hard one, right? I would have to know more, Roxanne. Email me, girl. Email me. My email's right there below my Scooterrenee and down in the description. Email me. You and I can ponder on that one. Yes. Because I've heard it work, though. I've heard it work, girl. I've heard those workouts. So, some of them not, but yes, I've heard that they worked out. No worries, Cool Ranch. No worries. All right, Roxanne, email me if you want to discuss that further. I'd love to discuss it with you further. Remember, again, to start making things easy instead of making it so hard, and fly free like that bird. Look for that door. Quit hitting your head against the glass window, okay? All right, guys. Let's do this thing. Good night.